September 2nd, 2014, on my way to my mother's wake, with only 2 minutes to spare. Terrible. But I'm prepared, and prepared to spend time with people today and not be controlling and stuff. Pick it up soon. They really did. I've even got it. They're really phenomenal. Mom, you look so fantastic. And go take a look at how she looked when she was younger. Yeah. Mom, love you. September 2nd, 2014. I guess it's around 5 o'clock. You look fabulous. Peaceful. The early part of this is on my iPhone. It's great. Flowers from Joseph and Deborah. This is the board I put together. You as a baby. This was Uncle John. It's you and Dad. Married. It's Robert and me. And you. It's the family with Aunt Stell. Her hubby, I guess. Your brothers and sisters. This one's from your wedding. And this is from 26 Partridge Avenue, sitting around the table like we did every Sunday. These are the neighbors. Oh, it didn't come out all the way. Oh. I have to change that. And this one either. Your sister's not in that one. This is you and Dad. The 25th anniversary is your honeymoon. Picture of you and your sister. It was lighter then. Older. You and Robert. It's your wedding. You and Dad was great. Your father and mother. Your brother Sal and his wife Virginia. Mother and father. Uncle Tom. And Estelle. Uncle Lou, what'd I say? And Estelle. Uncle John. Aunt Cecile. Uncle Dom. And this is on Sunday around the table. Uncle Dom and Aunt Cecile. That's Aunt Madge's husband. It's your mother and father, Uncle John, Sal Jr., me, Robert, Sandra, Lois. Oh, who's Lois? Lois isn't there. You and Dad, his dad, Uncle Lou, his Madge, his Lois, Billy, and Virginia, Dotsie, Luann wasn't born yet. You and Dad. Dad. Laura. Cora. Joe. Nani. Lorrie. You. Wow, different classes. And Stell. Cloud. You. Nani. Robert. And Estelle and Uncle Al. Is Lori's mother. You. Oh, this is the Christmas shot, I think. No, it's not. You and Lorrie is Joseph. There's me, there's Robert, Nani, there's my father, there's Lori's father. Oh boy, look at these. It's Grandpa, I think. Photo.
Yeah.
Go back on that. Robert, you, Dad. Who is that? That Kelly? No. Me. Lorrie. Robert. It's you, older. It's you and Vera, Kelly, and you. Is Kelly, you, Dad, and Kelly. You and Dad. You and Dad when you had a mustache. It's Robert, me, Nani, you. So Robert's friends and you. It was probably at his 51st birthday. His 50th, 49th birthday. Is you in a hospital bed. Is Robert, you, Lorrie, you, and Dad, I think at one of Kelly's performances. We did these. This is in Rochester. This is you and Dad on the honeymoon. This is you and Dad on your wedding day. This is you and Dad on your 25th. There's Dad in the shade from his hat, me and Robert at Jones Beach playing golf. There's you and Dad at a party. This is, I think that's Dad and Robert, me, Lorrie, Aunt Stella, you, and Kelly. This is Sally and Nani, you, and Dad. I'm not sure who the baby is. Mina's kid. Maybe, I'm not sure, we gotta ask. Dad, you, the baby, and Robert. We're in a pool here with AnnMarie Fego, you, and Dad. Oh, here's the. I'm going to try to grab him outside.
All right, go ahead.
wanted to get my cousin. He left? He just left?
No, nobody's come through mine.
No one's come through?
Well, recently. Oh, well, a girl.
Yeah.
She went that way.
You sure a guy didn't come?
What's that?
No. Joseph.
You changed.
Bettina, come up here. I want to show you. Mark, you want to see these? Mark, you probably know most of them, but. You met Brandy?
Hi.
Brandy, this is Bettina.
Hi, Brandy.
This is Kelly's good friend from what year? High school.
All of those years and he's smiling. See, he's got a little grin on. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. He's not. And I don't know, he's smiling, sort of like the Three Stooges kind of stuff. But he's not. Angelo's not.
We're going to do at the service. We're going to do half of it now. We're going to do a shorter version of it. Can you take that from you? Thank you. You want to set it up? Whatever.
Another day has gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be when you're not here with me? You never said goodbye. Someone tell me why did you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I sit and ask myself, how did love slip away? Something whispers in my ear and says that you are not alone. I am here with you, though you're far away, for I am here to stay, for you are not alone. I am here with you, though we're far apart, you're always in my heart, for you are not alone.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you.
That's really beautiful.
Kelly, did you want to read something?
Should I read it or no?
It's up to you.
I should.
Yeah, I think you should.
I wrote this for my grandma last night. Every day, every minute, every second, every hour, every week, every year, my grandma was there for me, and I was there for her. I was her only granddaughter, and everyone knew how much she loved me and how much I loved her. We had a very special bond that I will miss greatly. Her name was Eleanor Barbara Sisco, and she was a very strong woman, right up until the end. She lived through all her loved ones dying around her, but kept going on for my father and me. I would call my grandma up constantly and tell her about everything that was going on in my life, what I was doing, and where I was at the moment. She loved getting my phone calls and listening to what I had to say. If I went a day or two without calling, she would call my father and me and wonder what happened to see if I was all right. She was always concerned about me and missed me dearly if I did not come around. I remember all the many nights that I slept over her house, and she would sing me the Irish lullaby named Tora Lora Lora Lora, even though she was Italian. Life was a blessing with her in it. Grandma, suddenly you went away, but I hope that you are all right now and are watching over Dad and me. When you were hurting, I was hurting too. I said that losing Grandpa was hard enough and that I would never make it without you. But I know that you are always wanted me to be all right And somehow I will be, because hearing you yell, "Help, help," for the past couple of months, seeing you not yourself, and us not having those constant phone calls like we used to, broke my heart. All the money and time that went into getting different nurses or aides to take care of you took a toll on my father, even though we were very fortunate to have them. But that difficult time is over now. Grandma, you got to know that Dad and I wanted the best for you, and we know that you always wanted the best for us too. You were our whole world, and that will never change. Just because you're not here with us physically anymore, that does not mean things will change, because all that you are and all the memories will live on and make for some excellent stories. Grandma, can I dance for you or sing you a song? She would reply, "Yes, Kelly," and she would give me her undivided attention. Each time I put in a performance for her, she needed to tell someone and brag about how talented she felt that I was. If anyone has or had a grandmother in their life as wonderful and vibrant as Eleanor Sisco, they are extremely lucky and blessed, just like I was, and just like I still am. To me, she will always be alive, because when people die, they never really die if their loved ones keep the power of their presence with them at all times. With a welcoming, kind heart and warm spirit, my grandma will be missed greatly, but she will never, and I repeat, never, be forgotten.
It's beautiful, Kelly.
Beautiful. Yes, Kelly. I got to get this, the family, because we're going to have this for our grandkids. All right, thanks for coming. Thank you. My dear friends, these are my dear friends. So for those of you who are here before, you get a chance to hear the song again if you haven't heard it before, 20 minutes ago. Nate Ray, friend of Kelly's, is a great a cappella singer and is singing Michael Jackson's "You Are Not Alone."
Another day has gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be? And you're not here with me. You never said goodbye. Someone tell me why. Did you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I sit and ask myself, how did love slip away? Something whispers in my ear and says that you are not alone. I am here with you, though you're far away. For I am here to stay, but you are not alone. I am here with you, though we're far apart. You're always in my heart, for you are not alone. Lord, Lord, why, Lord? Just the other night, I thought I heard you cry, asking me to come and hold you in my arms. I can hear your prayers, your burdens I will bear. But first I need your hand, then forever we can begin. Every day I sit and ask myself, how did love slip away? Something whispers in my ear and says that you are not alone. I am here with you, though you're far away. For I am here to stay, but you are not alone. I am here with you, though we're far Whisper 3 words that I'll come running. And girl, you know that I'll be there. I'll be there. You are not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far away, for I am here to stay. But you are not alone. I am here with you. Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart. For you are not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far away, I am here to stay. For you are not alone. I am here with you. Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart. For you are not alone.
Beautiful.
I met her for a brief moment, but it was so short.
Yeah.
Take this of Joe.
Youngle.
Youngle.
I spoke to Pete. Park Ridge Avenue was a special type of neighborhood. I never saw any kind, on that street, everyone knew each other and loved each other. They really, right? It was like they were even closer than family. It was like incredible. They had Joe, his mother Carol did my mother's hair for like 40 or 50 years or so. And Joe and Trish and their kids would invite my mother and father over there, and they would have barbecues and all that. But when Joe was, how old are you now? Go ahead.
Gonna be 49.
49. When he was like this tall, Carl, who lived across the street from my mother, used to call him Youngle. So I said, Carl, how did you get that? How did you come up with, he would come up with all these crazy names. How did you get the name Youngle? He says, well, it was easy. Young Galluzzo. And he shortened it to Youngle. Right? So that's what he called him, Youngle. So that's how we know him, with Youngle.
I never knew where he came up with it from, but I knew it was my name.
Now, Joe saw a lot of stuff, because when we had to open up a wall, and Joe did, and put a door. I mean, all through the years, there was like a lot of wonderful things, you know. And just seeing each other several times a week, even when I moved away, you know, got married and stuff, you know, right?
Yeah.
And then Joe's mom passed suddenly last year, and suddenly, you know, and it was really rough, you know. But
what you going through?
Do you want to share anything about my father or mother? Or
They were just great people, you know, always hanging out with us. Ellie was always willing to help out with anything. My kids were always over there, you know, with her. You know, she enjoyed them. We always enjoyed their company. You know, Frank and his infinite, I'm going home now. I gotta go, Ellie, I gotta go see what he's done.
Yeah, my God.
The classic, I gotta go to the bathroom. It was good, it was good. I miss them times.
Yeah,
so.
we do too, Joe. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Hey, Tony, come up here, please. And Grace, come up here. Because you guys were such a support.
I go to the bathroom. I
hate to put you on a spot like that.
You know, my grandfather would say the darndest things.
But I want Kelly, when she has children, I want her to be able to see this. Grace, come on up here. To have friends.
Oh my God.
To have friends like these guys. Unbelievable. And to Tony, I've known since college, and Grace, Lorrie and I have been best friends with them for many, many years. And they always ask, as does Martha and Lou and others and everyone here, how's your mother doing? How's your mother doing? How's your mother doing? All the time. All the time. So, how's your father doing when my father was alive? It's like so comforting to have
as all of you have great friends, and that's what we're here for, is to support each other, you know. It's like wonderful. Is there anything that you want to say about my mother and father? Or my mother say? Is there anything that...
What really impressed us, okay, is that, I forget what year it was, but they were probably in their 50s, and we were like kids, you know, and they would take off on their motorcycle and take off, and we were like, wow, you know, how could these old people be on a motorcycle, you know, and love it so much. But she was like a great person, and you know, I can think back to cramming for tests and the CPA exam and whatnot, and you know, she was always there to try to help you, you know, do anything she needed to do for you, always with a smile on her face.
That's great. Grace, she wanted to say something. Oh, is that? And
Yeah, the motorcycling, that really
And
lasted.
to tie it in with Steve, Serwatka sitting here, we were talking about Cornerstone was a retreat that he and I shared, and you tried to get you to go, but you didn't go that time, at Holy Family, where it was in parish, retreat for like 3 days.
You know Holy Family Church?
And the second year I did it, I got my father to do it.
You know that church?
And it was
Which
great
church?
because you
Holy
get
Family.
sharing and you would tell your life story basically. And when I was going through photos 2 days ago,
It's right near the high school.
I found
Rochelle?
stuff from the Cornerstone,
My first
love letters that written by family members to each other. But I also found his story. And the title of it was My Motorcycling Days. And that he gave up when he was 57. He felt his reflexes, he put it, wasn't as what it was. And so he gave up before he had a really bad accident. But my mom would be behind him. They would go, your dad would be, and Danny Fego, who I called Danny, I don't know if I told you, called Danny, and a bunch of them. Joe Gazzetta and Sonny. Did you see the photo I found? That Geronimo? I gotta email it to you. A photo of the neighbors sitting around, you know, with big smiles on their faces on Parkridge Avenue in front of Sonny's house. Anyway, we're all connected in so many wonderful ways, so thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you. And each and every one of you. Thank you. And a special thanks. Can you hold this?
Me?
Special thanks to this person here. She would call my mother every day. Every day. You know, like those
But I know
relationships.
we don't get along, and I'm sorry, Dad.
That's
I'll call you Dad. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. You call me
I know
Dad
we
every
don't
time you
get
want.
along all the time.
This is
Sorry.
and it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm more sorry that we sometimes don't get along. But
Sometimes.
that's what fathers and
Yeah, but
daughters
it's too
do
often.
sometimes. Steve, do you ever have an argument with your daughters?
No.
No, right? Right? Tony, you ever have an argument with August 3?
Really.
Are
Really?
you serious?
Really.
Wow.
Oh, well, maybe they don't then. Maybe it's just constant. I thought it was endemic to. She was such a fantastic support for my mother. And what she read in her essay sounded like it was about getting the approval of my mother, but it's really also about that's how they connected. You know, that special grandmother-granddaughter bond. They had it going on. It was great. And if you go on this website, I try to upload the video of Kelly giving her gifts, and Lorrie was in the video and stuff, Christmas gifts, and my mother talking to my brother and stuff like that. That'll be up there in a day or so. I'll have that up there. But Kelly really had an incredible bond. And then in the last 6 months, it wasn't as strong because my mother was failing and wasn't responsive and stuff like that, you know. But they, so I want to thank you so much.
Thank you, too.
And with my father, too.
Thank you.
Like, unbelievable. All right.
It's like a little show, right? It's like it feel like a little show. Maybe make like a late night out of it, you know? Thanks for doing that.
You could give him the can.
Okay, so.
Why don't you turn it off?
By the way, each tonight and tomorrow after. Yeah. That's great. Okay. Enough of this.
This is the main story about your mother. The first-
Stand up so you could.
No.
So people can see you. So Jean Marie can see your face.
They still hear it. The first date was Frank. He wanted me to meet his parents before going to a wedding with him. And I knew Frank for 3 days before we went to this wedding of his friend. But he said, we're going to my parents. Well, we go to the front door. She opens the door. I say hello, and she said, oh my God, you're not wearing that to the wedding, are you? I had never met her before. She didn't even say hello to me. She said, wait, you cannot wear brown shoes with a navy blue dress. Let me get you a pair of my shoes. And that was, she never lied. Never lied.
Did you change your shoes?
I took hers with me, but I put my own on.
Andrew, get this. I got to share this story. I got to stand up over here. Get this of me saying this to Lorrie. She knew you already, even though she didn't meet you through me.
Oh, right.
We met on a train. We were both going into the city. She worked for ITT on Park Avenue, and I had a summer internship with Union Carbide. It's supposed to take me also, but it's like a two-way thing. And so not only, maybe go back, whatever. So I was like 20. It was a junior at Iona College, and Lorrie looked like she was about 15, but she was actually 8 months older than me. And she got on in Mount Vernon because she was living with her close friend Kathy. And I got on in Rochelle. She sits down, across from me, and her friend sat down next to her. Lorrie was probably, whatever, the night before partying or something, I don't know. She closed her eyes and she was going to sleep. And I started talking to Kathy. But Lorrie was really hot looking. I really wanted to talk with Lorrie. So I'm talking with Kathy, and it was the W.C. Fields Festival that week going on. And we had a lot in common that way and everything. So Lorrie, I don't know if she was hearing it. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. Anyway, gets off. When the ride was over, she's getting out. I said, what train are you catching? She opened her eyes. I saw her blue eyes. I instantly fell in love. What train are you catching coming home? The 5:36, she said. I made sure I was there at the downstairs gate to go in. We sat next to each other. There was a guy across the aisle from me named Tommy Downs. He was getting married that weekend. How are you? How are you? We didn't see each other in a while. He said to me, who are you taking to the wedding? And I turned to Lorrie. I said, you want to go to a wedding? And she said, yes. And then when I went home, and this is what I was leading to, is we felt like we should, before we go to a wedding, it was Rich Rivera's wedding, we should maybe have another date together or whatever, and that's how we got together before the wedding, over at her apartment. But when I got home, I was living at home, and I sat down at the kitchen table. My father said to me, he thought I did something wrong, because he said, why are you smiling like that, you know? Because I always would do a lot of things wrong. And he said, why are you, what's that? Like I had a S-H-I-T looking grin on my face. And he said to me, what? I said, Dad. He said, what? What's what? I said, today I met the girl I'm going to marry. And I knew it. It was like so cool. So I went to tell them all about her. And when I found out that she wasn't 15, like how can my friends, I can't tell my friends about her, when that
on the train, found out she was my age. It was like, and we didn't get married for like 3 or 4 or 5 years after that. But that's why when she met you, that's why she was very comfortable with you, because I had already. And also, my mom would tell. She would tell it like it, right? She would say it like it was. And one thing I wanted to mention about my mother, she was a very giving, loving woman, because my brother was hearing impaired from like 2 years old. And so she had to put her own...
It couldn't have been a better mother. He was very fortunate.
Wow.
And Robert was
Please.
What she did for my cousin, you know, Robert, it was unbelievable. She used to go into the city with him when he was 2 years old and teach him.
My brother went through public schools.
He was very,
profoundly
even at the end
deaf.
of his life when he was sick.
How could
and
that be?
dying,
It was because she made
unbelievable.
sure she got the right resources.
Frank
for him.
and
She went
Robert
to,
were very fortunate to have.
we were lucky.
To have her as a mother, and I was very fortunate to have her as an aunt.
And Deborah was fortunate too, because Deborah's mother died young at 38 or so,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And
39.
it was in the house that we lived in together. And so my mother was like a surrogate, maybe like a surrogate mother. I know your Aunt Kay was too, you know, and stuff. And it was really like a wonderful, and I think it carried through. And unfortunately, Kelly, you don't have that in the, you don't have the siblings and the aunts and uncle, enough of it. But you know what? You're making it through your friends and through your connections, and she is.
I'm the last Sisco, I think.
You're the last Sisco.
I'm the last. It ends with me. It's a
The
shame.
name dies.
Well, you know what? Don't hyphenate. And use Sisco. If you get married, if you guys get married, sorry, Kyle. She's not becoming a Boyko. In fact, I think you like Sisco better than Boyko. Change your name.
You're saying it wrong. You're pronouncing it wrong.
You know,
It's Boyko.
He's right. He said it right.
Boyko.
He said it right. Okay.
Take her name. Right? There you go. Hey, look, you know what I mean? Anything's possible.
My name dies with me.
Since I have her, I'm not the last Boyko. Since I have her, if I didn't have her, I would probably, if I never had anybody, I would probably be the last Boyko.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's the only child too.
Yeah.
Wow. Someday we'll have to figure something out. So, yeah, my mom was, I remember one time, my mom was such a believer in Robert, you know, and he went through and he got graduated college, you know, and that was really a lot
he was a
for someone
packaging
who...
scientist.
Packaging scientist, yeah, it was really,
Robert.
my brother was twice as smart as I would ever be,
I know you passed.
and that's not maybe saying much,
Packaging scientist.
but he was really, really smart. To be able to do what he did, it's like, I don't even know sign language, you know what I mean? He like learned English, you know?
And he didn't learn until he went to college. He went through all regular schools.
Regular school, right, it's like unbelievable, and it's really a testament to my mother. I mean, my father was helpful, but not really like that. But my mother was like unbelievable with him. Really a wonderful mother. And
He was smart.
she never yelled at us.
No, she never yelled.
Well, I shouldn't say.
Oh, Grandma never got
No, Grandma.
No, she didn't.
She didn't really yell.
No.
One time, because the parents used to once in a while hit their children. I mean, no, yeah. Once in a while. Anyway, she had a belt.
Yeah.
A regular belt. No, a regular thin belt with a little buckle on it. And I will never forget this. I was about 6, 7 years old. My brother was chasing me. We were running around the table, but we were laughing and everything. My mother said, "Stop, stop, stop." No, we just kept on going around the kitchen table. She said, "That's it." Yeah, we drove her crazy. She got the belt, and she went like this. And what happened is that the buckle hit my back, and I had a mole on my back, and it hit the mole, and it started to bleed, right? But it wasn't a big thing. We were on the 3rd floor. I ran out to the street and screaming.
My mother hit me with a belt. I'm bleeding. You know, I made like a big commotion about it. I felt so bad after that. She never did that. You know?
One time.
I felt so
One time
bad.
you could never for it, right?
Yeah, because she never would do something like that.
Everybody's Linda Finnegan just came in from St. John's. We know each other. And thank you so much for coming, Linda. We were just talking about how everybody is like connected and supportive of one another and how wonderful it is, you know. Okay. You guys are not around. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll have some free time. Okay. Here's the camera.
Good. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you.
No problem.
I feel like I should have said more.